People, after how many hours is this? After 8 hours of two intense sports games, we're live for the NBA Finals, Game 2 preview and predictions. Big ups to everyone who's locked in. Big ups to everyone who's tuned in. You man know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm literally 6 subs away from 300 subs. No better night to hit 300 subs after watching my goat lift another trophy. So you man, spam that subscribe button. Get 6 subscribers needed to get to 300 subs, not 600 subs. Excuse me, 300 subs in 6 subs would be great. Come on, people, you know the drill. Subscribe. And African King Academy's channel is is in the title. I will put the link into the title in a bit. He has a crazy subtitle. We'll get into that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna review game one. Shout out to you, Johnny. Hope you're well, my G. Excuse my voice. Like I said, I had not been well. But Justin, hope you're doing well, my G. Everything okay on your side?
I think I'm a lot better than Solo Sokoa last night at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Hey, listen, at least the Red Sox beat the Yankees, so I'm chilling, bro.
Oh yes, they play again in about 43 minutes.
Hey, bro, listen. NBA Finals or Red Sox Yankees? What are we choosing? Red Sox
Oh,
Yankees.
I'm choosing the NBA Finals. I screw
Oh
that
no,
rivalry.
and we gotta see the Red Sox beat the Yankees again, man. You know what I mean?
No.
But
I'll
anyway,
see them probably do it next weekend.
but yeah. Anyways, King.
Yes.
Let them know what you got coming up. Like obviously, you've been on the show. Like you've been on the show with Rasta. You were on his channel. Subscribe to Rasta if you haven't subbed already. I'll be going live with him later in the day on my channel. We'll be doing United preview or United talk. Transfer windows and everything will be happening. So
Yeah.
King will be featured on King will be featured on the channel as normal. Don't worry, guys. If any of you men are massive King fans, listen. He's not going nowhere. He's gonna be here on the channel talking football, talking sports, everything. You know the drill.
Yeah, definitely.
The NBA. And how many subs are you on right now?
30 at the moment, which is decent.
Big up.
I'm gonna try and put some more streams out this week. I got a stream on Tuesday. That's gonna be a regular Tuesday with Rasta.
Yeah, I'm supposed
And
to go on
hopefully
your
we
channel.
can be on the show. We're gonna try.
Apologies that I wasn't able to go on your channel like the past week because obviously I had the tennis and everything like that. So apologies about that. I will go on your channel this week for sure. This week for sure, man. Just
Yeah, just give me a day. Any day but Tuesday.
Yeah. I should be okay for tomorrow night actually. Well, we should be recapping the NBA Finals game 2, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we can do that. We can do that for game 3. No big deal. We can do that for game 3. No big deal. But anyways. Let's get started. Make sure you do it, guys. Like I said, do sub to King's channel. His link is in the title. So obviously show your support to King, as always, and send your support to Justin as well. But lads, game 1, what an ending, wasn't it? Game 1 of that finals. Tyrese Halliburton called game once again. Tyrese Halliburton called game for the 4th time this playoffs, or 3rd time, 4th time, whatever it is. King, tell him about your subtitle and tell him why Tyrese Halliburton's a hero right now and he's a massive figure in the NBA.
Well,
let's listen to Cristiano's interview. You continue.
Yeah, no. First of all, I'd like to celebrate my goat, Tyrese Halliburton, doing what he does the best, shocking the world. No, but in all seriousness, no, it was just another crazy ending. I think this playoffs, Halliburton has become the most clutch player within the playoffs. I think he's doing what Jalen Brunson has done all season when it comes to clutch shots in the 4th quarter. And I think once is an accident, twice is a bit a lot, but he's done it multiple times, and I think it shows that when it comes to this Pacers team, you can't give them hope, you can't give them a chance. And I think OKC made a couple mistakes with their starting lineup. They made a couple mistakes towards the end for allowing it to be close, and the Halliburton came with the last minute bomb, and he won the game. So yeah, it's an interesting start to the series. It makes it more exciting because it means that with the Pacers taking the home stand, getting that one up, it's gonna mean it's gonna be at least go to 5 games minimum. So we're gonna see if OKC are gonna turn it around tonight, or are they gonna succumb to the pressure, because this is gonna be the biggest moment for them as a franchise in recent history, because they're coming into the game the favorites. They're coming into a game with better quality players, a better starting five as well. So they're gonna have to show up and show out today, and actually get that game back. And they're gonna need to win in Indiana as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see if they handle the pressure of the young team. But yeah, man, Pacers are shocking the world once again. And yeah, man, Halliburton on top.
Listen, was that a choke job by OKC? Yes. I'll be real. Yes. OKC had it in their hands. They had it in their hands, bro. That game almost was in the bag. They were making steals. They were doing so well on the defensive end, but until the Pacers started hitting threes, you knew that once the Pacers cut it to within single digits, they're in striking distance to get back into the game. And you know Tyrese Halliburton, this guy comes up with clutch moments, and he has proven why in the playoffs. And as for Tyrese Halliburton, this guy might have just made a case for himself to have won Clutch Player of the Year over Tyrese Halliburton. Over Jalen Brunson. I'm not so sure if Jalen Brunson would admit that. I don't know if he'll be salty about it, but it's what it is. I think Tyrese Halliburton should be able to get the Clutch Player of the Year in the playoffs, regardless of the Pacers win the championship or not. Tyrese Halliburton should get this award for free of charge. I don't get it that sometimes awards should be given for the playoffs as well. The season does not end after the regular season, people. I'm starting to think now that they should move the NBA awards to the playoffs as well. You know what I'm trying to say? But Justin, what are your thoughts on game one? Because like King iterated, like Tyrese Halliburton's doing this constantly, game after game after game. He's just doing it it's becoming the norm for him now. What are your thoughts on all of that, man? What are your thoughts on game one, just as a whole? OKC Pacers.
I was wrong. I was so damn wrong.
We all were.
I mean, come on, Aikman. You and I did this preview, and you actually like, well, who's gonna win game one? Oklahoma. You were like, yep. Oklahoma's gonna do that too. Well, Pacers kind of fucked up. I don't know. Everything that Kane was saying, I agree with, but Oklahoma's 18-2 after a loss. So I think they're about to go 19-2 after a loss. So I don't see the Pacers going up 2-0. And Johnny, before we remove you coming from the stage, this is not going to be a sweep, okay? This is not going to be a sweep. You know how boring that's going to be for an NBA Finals to be a sweep? That's just
we almost did it last year. So,
I know, but us would have been, but we would have been an excuse. So this is no excuse.
So we're like, we'll take it. You know what I mean? We'll just like accept it.
Yeah. But I think this is still ending in 6. I still got OKC in 6, which means I still got OKC in game 2 tonight.
Anyways, that's enough of game 1. Moving on to game 2. Pacers at Oklahoma City Thunder. Indiana Pacers at Oklahoma City Thunder. What are we saying about this game? Because, yes, the Pacers took game 1. But you know how OKC are after one loss. You know how they are. They ain't gonna go away. OKC ain't going nowhere. If the Pacers steal to this game, I reckon it's over. I reckon if the Pacers take this game, it's over. Because you're going to Indiana where that crowd is hostile. That's a hostile Indiana crowd. Right? You got to play to the crowd. Yes, SGA has the referee's whistle. Yeah, he gets some fouls here and there. But SGA has put up a performance in game 1. Only for his team to lose. Unfortunately for him, they lost by 1. Poor shot selection down the final stretch is why they lost the game in game 1. I can go back to the Eastern Conference semifinals where the Boston Celtics made poor shot selection from the second half. That's why they lost to the Knicks. Fast forward to the NBA Finals. Why did the Pacers come back? It's because OKC decided to take dumb shots down the stretch. You know what I'm trying to say? Dumb shots down the stretch. That shot at the end by SGA was terrible. Terrible shot at the end, which costed them the game. You guys can agree, disagree. In my opinion, that was a terrible, tough shot. A terrible shot he took. Yes, you played to the shot clock, but come on. You have timeouts. Use a timeout. Use the timeout to your advantage. Draw up a play. You know, yes, Indiana can have their time to set up. Yes, Indiana has time to set up a defense. Set up the defense. But come on. You're OKC. Look at your record this season. You are where you are for a reason. You know what I'm trying to say? OKC are where they are for a reason. It's because of clutch moments, clutch defense, and all of that. But you let Tyrese Haliburton score a game winner on you. So that's in my opinion, that's just poor shot selection. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's just poor shot selection down the stretch by OKC. And then we'll move on to game 2.
Yeah, I agree with that. SGA should have never taken that shot. But then again, but again, the Pacers should have also fouled the Oklahoma City players. So this is on them too. Like it. Actually, this is on the coach for not calling the timeout. So now with the coach not calling the timeout, they pretty much said, you know what, let's let Haliburton beat us game 1. Let's let Haliburton beat us game 1, and that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. And now with 3 seconds left to go on the clock, they took 2 timeouts. Okay, well that was stupid. They were never gonna get that shot in less than 10th of a second left.
It was the Pacers that took the second timeout. It wasn't OKC. It was the Pacers who took the second timeout.
Okay, well either way, both timeout. Well, okay, Pacers I can understand. Oklahoma City I don't understand. Like, okay, I don't know, but I'll let Kane talk now.
King, what are your thoughts on that shot selection down the stretch? You're on mute, bro.
My bad. I think the problem started from the start of the game. I did the issue with OKC is when something's working, you don't try and fix it. I don't think Cason Wallace should have started that game. I don't think he deserved 33 minutes. I think it was a wasted 33 minutes from him. I think Harnstein should have started because then you gave Pacers the height advantage that really you can't really be giving them. And I think down the stretch you just made the wrong shot selection. But that's been the Thunder's problem for most of their games, is that they've never been ruthless down the stretch. Half the time they decide to put up shots when they should be focusing on just going for the paint and putting on their big men. And I think they gave Cason Wallace too many minutes. I think they gave some guys too many minutes, and I feel like they need to reduce the amount of players they're using, especially in the finals. It should only be like 6-7 man that you use in the finals. They need to reduce the guys. They need to use a bit more height. I think Harnstein needs more minutes. I think you need to dominate the paint, dominate the rebounding, and I think that would be a much better solution, because I think Pacers are a very big side, a very tough side. So I feel like if they do that, then I think they would have won the game. And when you have a lead, extend it rather than putting up silly shots. Because as I said before, there are 2 guys that you don't want to give the last minute shot to. One of them is Jalen Brunson, the other is Haliburton. And because of that, Haliburton 1, Al-Shaidan 0, and Al-Shaidan has to come back and hit the counter attack, because they got rocked, and Haliburton Nation it was living good that night. So that's all I gotta say.
But yeah, Excuse me, my voice, people. Like I said, once again, I apologize for my voice. Yeah. But anyways, moving on to game 2. Like I said, if the Pacers take this game, in my opinion, it's over. Because then you have to go back to you have to go to Indiana where the crowd's hostile. You might take 2 games away, but Indiana goes back to game 6. Because I think if Indiana takes this game, they might take game 4, and then game 5, and then game 6, whatever. You know what I mean? Can it go the distance? Potentially. There's a potential chance for it to go to the distance, but I don't see it. I think someone will win it in 6 or 5 or 6. I don't see a game 7 happening. I hope I'm wrong. I want to see a game 7, but honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But like I said, if the Pacers take this game, for me, it's over. And why I say that is because the Pacers have a really good defense. Their defense has been such they've been crucial in the playoffs. Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, you guys have the drill. You've got players, role players like Andrew Nembhard. You got Tyrese Halliburton, the king himself, the overrated, quote unquote overrated. You know what I mean? And the Pacers just have a team. Let's just put it that way. The Pacers have a team. They've got dogs off the bench and on the defensive end. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know, man. I just think this game might play into OKC's hands. I just think OKC will take this game. And I'll give my early prediction. Why is because they don't. I think it's OKC in the playoffs. They go down, but they come back up straight away. OKC, they shoot straight back up. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say, King and Justin?
Yeah, I do.
Like, OKC this year, they've gone into the playoffs. They've not given up without a fight. OKC will take the next game. They lose one game, they'll take the next. You know what I'm trying to say? They were up 2-1 against the Denver Nuggets, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then the Denver Nuggets won. I think Denver took game 4, game 6, game 5, game 6, and then they forced 7. But look, I just think OKC got this game in the bag. I just have a good feeling OKC might win this game because they'll be fueled up and fired up after what happened in game 1. They're going to be pissed that they lost that game. They should have won that game. They were up by 14. There was no excuses to lose that game. The Pacers once again proving why they're the comeback kings of this playoffs. So I don't know, man. I just think the Pacers, they might play to the pressure. They might fold under pressure, and I think they'll lose this game. Unfortunately for Pacers fans, anyone who's watching, yeah. But King and Justin, just give your predictions and give your quick thoughts on this upcoming game. Justin, you can go first.
So I made a mistake. Oklahoma is actually 16-2 following a loss this season, but it's still good. It's still a good record for them. So I think they're gonna go 17-2. What is my quick predictions for game 2? I think SGA goes for 35 points tonight. I think Halliburton will struggle a little bit in game 2 like he did against the Knicks in the conference finals of game 2 last round. And I don't know. I think the Oklahoma City Thunder will win 115-110. It's not going to be a blowout game 2 victory. I think it's going to be a 5-point win for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
King?
No, I agree. I think OKC should win tonight. Or today, depending on where you are in the world. But it needs to be a dominant victory. It needs to be a one that they can be satisfied with. I think they need to win at least by minimum 10 points because after a loss like that in front of your home fans, I think they deserve something better. And I think OKC are the better team, but they need to show it. So it's just going to be down to them not making the right shot selection and actually being efficient with their shots, because I think that's been the difference maker between game to game in this playoffs. When they've been shooting right, they've been blowing out teams. But when they don't shoot right, when they miss shots, when they put up bad shots, and they kind of choke it down the stretch, it gives oppositions the chance and opportunity to win the game, and that's what happened with the first game. And yeah, they just can't afford to give Pacers a hope, and that's what they did in the first game. They gave them hope, so uh, they need to blow them out, if anything, because you can't afford to have it be a close game in the fourth quarter. You need to them to be putting on the scrubs in the fourth quarter at home and showing them why you're the better team. So that's what they need to do. And Shea Al Shida has to come out and show why he is the top dog when it comes to this game, and show why he is the MVP, because OKC haven't won a title in a very long time. They've gone to finals before with better players.
Since Seattle Supersonics.
Yep. They've got to the finals with better players, and for your own legacy, for your name to put your stamp down, you can't be losing to this Pacers team. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. So do your fans proud, OKC Thunder, and get the win.
So you think OKC wins today?
They need to win, and I think they will. I don't see them losing both their home games.
Yeah, I think they'll be pissed off. Like I said, because OKC, like I said, they always fall one game and then they shoot straight up again the next game. So OKC, they're the top dogs for a reason this year. Yes, the Pacers have a very, very good team. Yes, Tyrese Halliburton's been unbelievable. I'm not going to take anything from Indiana, but this is OKC, and this year OKC have been the best team in the NBA for a reason. So far from what we've seen, yes, they choked game one, but it's not over till it's over. I think OKC got this one. Will I be surprised if Pacers steals one? Sort of, because I'm expecting OKC to defend home court, at least steal a game from either one home and away grounds. So now I think OKC wins this one. Do I expect it to be a battering? Maybe, because I think OKC will be fueled up. Like I said, they'll want to come out and destroy the Pacers tonight. So yeah, I got OKC winning this game, but it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. But lads, I know this is a very, very quick live. I know this was like very, very quick. But do you have anything more to add about this game? Is there anything to add on what you think will happen in this game? Do you guys want to add like a quick,
Yeah, I will.
Go on. Of course. Then Justin, you can go as well after that.
This NBA Finals needs to go to Game 7. I think we need a bit more excitement. Even though I think OKC will win in 5,
There's only been 3 Game 7s this playoffs, by the way, total.
Only 3,
and it's been embarrassing. Yeah. 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like NBA is in a crossroads at the moment.
2 of them in the semifinal. 2 of them in the first round.
Yeah.
I think 2 of them in the first round. 1 of them in the semifinals. Sorry, King, go on. Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. I just think there's been a crossroads when it comes to NBA. We need our next stars. So OKC, Shea, you need to show that you're a superstar, that you're a winner. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't. This finals doesn't seem that interesting to me in terms of the grand scheme of things. But
you're right, because we need the Celtics in the NBA Finals. Thank you, King, for admitting that.
Oh no! Hell no to the Celtics. We need real
Celtics. OKC would be a good finals to watch. Yes, it would be.
No, we need real teams like Lakers and 76ers. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Enjoy the draft, my friend. Enjoy the draft.
76ers, baby.
You didn't capture the flag
next season.
You didn't capture the flag this time. Well, imagine Nico Harrison fumbles that and he gets Ace Bailey or something.
He could
imagine he gets Ace Bailey instead.
But no, he can't be that silly. But no, I just think
no, he is. I know he is.
I just think Halliburton. Well, no, not Halliburton. Shea needs to show up tonight, and yeah, we're hoping for a good series. First game was entertaining, and hoping for the rest to be that way. But yeah, I don't know. They need to do more to make this sport more entertaining overall as a package. I feel like they need to make changes to the finances, because I miss the 3-man era where there's three stars on the team rather than just 2. because I think it's kind of, even though it's a bit more spread out, it's a bit more boring.
Justin, you're next.
I agree with King on everything he said except for no, hell no to the Celtics. Typical 76ers fan.
Hey, I'll be real. King is not one of those Sixers fans. He's actually.
I know. I'm only messing with them though. But no, I think no, I don't want this to go 7. I think this is gonna stay 6 games. So that's all I'm gonna say on that.
I agree with King on the NBA Finals selection. Like, I'll be real. I did not have the Pacers making the NBA Finals at all. I'm sure none of you guys did. At least OKC, I'm not surprised by that. But the Pacers, whoa. Like, let's be real. Like, I thought the Knicks would have come back and won in 7. I'll be honest with you. After winning that game 6, I'm like, okay, shit, Knicks are back in this. I thought you know what? I thought if we would have won against the Knicks, we would have beaten the Pacers in the semifinals. In my opinion, in the conference finals, I think we would have beaten Indiana. That's what I personally think. I think we would have beaten Indiana, and we'd have been in the finals.
Yeah, it would have been more interesting if it was the Celtics or the Cavs in the final, because I think those were the only 3 teams to win above 60. So
I think OKC Cavs was like the projected finals because OKC Cavs had like 2 really, really good games, or like 2 really like evenly balanced out games.
Yeah, that would have been a better finals. Or OKC,
so I think OKC Cavs. I'll be honest with you, OKC Cavs wouldn't have been like my preferred finals. Obviously, I prefer my own team making finals, but like in terms of just expectation and like that, yeah, I just think the finals. I think the playoffs itself this year has not lived up to the hype. I hope next year, like I said, Celtics, do your job in the offseason, come back stronger next year, even without Tatum. We can still do that next season. Not win the finals, but make it a better, interesting playoffs next year, right? Sixers, who they draft this offseason, with Joel Embiid, can he stay fit? Can Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain get back fit and fire the Sixers back into the playoffs next year? Will Atlanta make moves? Will the Cavs stay the same? All questions up in the air. Giannis is apparently staying. And over in the West, Devin Booker is about to stay with the Suns. So they're building around Devin Booker quite well. KD might leave. So, it's all up in the air to see what happens next year. But in terms of this year, look, good luck to both teams, right? I'm not dissing anyone. Fair enough. Like, you made the finals. But in terms of neutral perspective, that's not my preferred finals. I'll be honest. This is not my preferred finals. I would have much preferred my Celtics in the finals. And I know some Celtics, non-Celtics fans will be like, yeah, you're biased. I am. I'll be honest. We won the championship last year. A lot of people were expecting us to go back to back. A lot of people were saying we're going to go back to back. Unfortunate events happened in the semifinals. But listen, in 2 years' time, don't be surprised if we start contending again. Don't be surprised if in 2 years we start going back to the finals again. Because once Tatum gets fully fit, hopefully that happens, right? He stays fully fit. He can be fully fit, and we make moves that can, improve our team, like in terms of scoring, everything, defense. I think we'll go back to the finals in 2 years, no problem. This team is still contenders. I think this team is still contenders, right? Don't go anywhere. Don't tank. Make sure this team is still good, but don't. I won't have high expectations. Like playoffs, I'm cool with it. Make the playoffs next year, but in terms of like just overall finals, okay, guys. Quick question, yeah. What would be your preferred finals? Okay, we cannot say our own team. We can't use our own team. Okay, what would be your preferred finals this year? Right? Because I've said my part. I think this is the unexpected finals. Right? I said OKC or the Nuggets would have come out of the West. What would be your preferred finals? You can't use your own team. Just neutral perspective. Justin, I'll go to you first on this one. Can't use your own team, so we can't say Celtics.
I was not even going to have the Celtics go to the finals anyways.
Fair enough.
I hate them. Knicks and Thunder.
Knicks in the finals.
As much as I hate them.
I don't know,
But my other one would have been Cavs and Thunder. So either way,
Yeah,
I would have had
thinking
OKC
Cavs
in the
Because
finals.
you know what? If it's not the Celtics this year, right? The team that I would have preferred was the Cavs. I wouldn't have minded the Cavs winning the championship this year.
I was only saying the fun because it would have been the girlfriend Isaiah Hartenstein beating up their ex-boyfriend in the New York Knicks.
Oh, and also, you also have, what was it again? No, never mind. I was thinking Timberwolves and Knicks because you know why? You would have Randall versus
Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo,
Cat versus what's it? You already know. But anyways, my preferred finals would have been Cavs Nuggets. That'd have been a great finals to watch. Cavs versus Nuggets would have been a crazy good finals to watch. King, what would be your preferred finals?
I have two choices. One would have been the most realistic, and one just as a fan. The realistic one would have been OKC Cavs because obviously they're the two best teams in each coast, and it would have been interesting to see those two young teams go up against each other. The unrealistic one, or the more fan perspective one for me would have been fun to see would have been Lakers Celtics. I think I need to see that rivalry again. I think it's been a long time since those two teams have come up against each other,
Who
and
wins?
I think
Sorry, finish.
who wins?
Finish first.
It would have been interesting to see that matchup, especially with Doncic and LeBron versus if it hopefully that point JT would have been fit, JT versus JB, and it would have just been an interesting one in terms of I think it would have had a lot more eyes on it in terms of fans and things because those are the biggest franchises in two of the bigger franchises in NBA, maybe even the two biggest.
Biggest.
Yeah, for some.
I think it's the biggest. I think it's the two biggest.
So that would have been the most interesting one for me, and I think it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. I think in the next couple of years you're gonna see that.
Who would win?
Who would win? Currently constructed, Celtics would win in 5. But if the Lakers got a big man, then they're winning in a sweep. That's
No,
right. Doncic season. Doncic.
You're not giving me that
Luka,
sweet
baby.
bullshit, bro. We ain't getting swept by the
Luka. Luka. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Right,
JT who? JT what? Luka.
All right,
That's the real. That's the real man.
If it was your team, for example, Sixers in the finals,
Yeah.
right? Who would you want to come up against?
Who would I want to come up against?
Yeah, if it was Sixers, who would you want to match up against? Pause.
Clippers.
Clippers would be interesting.
Yeah, because Ben Simmons is there. I want to beat him. I want to be celebrating right in his face. I want Embiid to go up to his face with a trophy like this.
The color of the two logos as well. Former logos. My Celtics. Do you know I want revenge on the Warriors so bad? Because I just keep hearing Steph this, Steph that. Bro, I just want to get revenge on them so bad. You know what I mean?
They're not coming back, man. Steph's
no, I know, but if I had to select a team, right, that I would want to match up against, I just want to beat the Warriors, man, once and for all, just to shut them up because they've been talking so much in 2022, bro. You know what I mean? I just wanted to end that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. Justin, if it was Celtics in the finals, right, this year, who would you want to come up against?
I got 3.
Okay, fair enough. Go on.
Phoenix Suns because of Devin Booker.
Okay.
Minnesota Timberwolves because of Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
And the third and final one
would be the Lakers, wouldn't it?
Denver Nuggets.
That was my finals in 2023, but then the Celtics unfortunately lost to the Miami Heat.
Of course, with my honorable mention would have been Sacramento Kings.
Maybe. Sacramento Kings have a good team, but their front office ruined it.
It's good. Oh, Sacramento's gonna get to the finals sooner or later. It's gonna happen. Light the beam is gonna happen. Yes, it's gonna happen.
I don't know.
Maybe not in the next. Yeah.
Oh, I have a perfect finals. Sacramento versus Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton versus Sacramento, bro. That would be crazy.
No one would
Yeah,
watch
that.
that.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah,
all
that's
the
the
amount of
that
Kings fans that hate Tyrese.
yeah, that's the matchup where Tyrese Halliburton beating the girlfriend saying bye, bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry?
That's the matchup where Tyrese Halliburton would have been the girlfriend saying bye bye, bitch.
Fair enough. But
I would
I
also
don't know.
say I'd like to face the Spurs. I like the Spurs. Wemby.
That'd be good.
I want to see Spurs in the finals. I think they would be.
No, I think they will make the finals, but hopefully Wemby comes back better. You know, because obviously you deal with the blood clot stuff. Hopefully gets better and everything.
Wemby, but yeah, I
don't
think
know,
Lakers
man.
are going to be in the finals in a couple of years, and they're going to face you at some point in the next 3 to 4 seasons.
Apparently we might get Mark Williams or Walker Kessler.
I'd rather get Kessler if I was you. Williams has got injury history.
Fair enough. But then what about as for me, like I said, Justin says.
Actually, no, Kessler does too. So either way, they're both injury prone.
Nah, Kessler's not injury prone. Kessler's very, very good. I would go for Kessler, honestly. I just wish Robert Williams was fit, man. The guy was a monster when he was fit, man. He was very explosive, but honestly, in terms of finals matchups, obviously, yeah, like I said, I just think, Celtics, Lakers would be a great finals. I love to beat the Lakers in the finals and just relax, just to tell them how clear we are of you. You know what I mean? I can't say that next year. I don't think I can, but we'll see. Hopefully, Jaylen Brown can lead this team to something next year. Whether it's the NBA Cup, I don't care. Lead me to something next year. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, we are gonna wrap it up here. So final predictions: Pacers. Hey, is it OKC wins today? You guys all OKC winning today?
Yeah.
Cool. King, shout out your channel and let me know what you're coming up, man, and other platforms as well.
Oh yeah, African Academy. There's definitely going to be a stream on Tuesday with Rasta. And then stream at some point in the week with A Caven and Sports. And yeah, I'm going to be on this channel for the finals, F1 next weekend. So another weekend of Formula One's coming up.
And watch out for the week as well. Transfer shows and everything will be on here.
Oh yeah. We Rasta Stocks. This show. Any transfer shows. If I'm available, I'll jump on because also Club World Cup's coming up as well, so I'll be there for that.
Yes, Friday we're previewing it. Friday, we're gonna preview it on Friday. So I'll bring you on. I'll bring a couple Chelsea fans on as well. So yeah, big up to you. And you got your other platforms as well. Any other platforms you wanna call out, or you wanna plug?
No, there's just that. Just subscribe to African King Academy. Subscribe to AN Sports and subscribe to Rest the Stocks as well.
And your world analysis channel.
Yeah. Rumble, not Kick. Authentic world analysis for the politics. So if you're into politics, then yeah. And worldview, obviously, big things happening in America and the world.
Facts. Justin, big up to you for hopping on the channel again, bro. I'll definitely see you for Game 2 review and Game 3 preview, I guess. Which is about 2 days? I think it was. Is it in 2 days or is it same 3 days?
Let me double check this. Hold on. Pacers schedule.
Oh yeah, it is in 3 days.
It'll be the 11th.
Yeah, it is in 3 days. But anyways, guys.
So I'll be available for games 2 review and games 3 review. I just won't be available for the game 4 review because I'll be away at my friend's house this weekend.
No worries, bro. All good, man. You have a good weekend. I'll definitely see you for the next previews and.
I'll be available for games 2 and 3.
Sure, but guys, like I said, enjoy the game. Enjoy the games this week. Enjoy game 2. I'll be back for game 3 preview and game 2 review. So make sure you guys tune in AN Sports. Like I said, sub to King's channel first and foremost before you sub to mine. Then sub to my channel. I'm 6 subs away from 300 subs. If you man know the drill, subscribe. Literally this close. We can't get any closer, guys. Come on. You know the drill already. Subscribe. And big up to everyone for hopping on the channel. Big up to you, King, for being a part of it as well. And big up to you, Justin, as well. You've been a part of my journey to 200 and stuff like that. So big up to you, bro.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna, before you end this, I'm gonna actually hop off here so I can go to the other thing that I have to do.
Yeah, no worries. I'm actually gonna close out right now anyway. So make sure you guys, like I said, like, share, subscribe, people. We're out. OKC.
Peace.
Peace.